What's up, guys? Hope you guys had a happy Sunday. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create these graph. So first let's just jump right into it. So first of all, we create a stroke. Sorry, you would shift for a perfect stroke. So we create a stroke and we align it to the let's bring that back. Bring it down. And then what we're gonna do is we duplicate this stroke with the repeater. So you click on the drop down and you choose repeater. So we're gonna repeat this. We're gonna repeat this stroke into several copies. So we're gonna let's use 18 copies, but for now, let's scale this down first. Position. So we're gonna use 28 copies is quite okay. So after that, you pre-compose this layer. Okay, you pre-compose this layer and rename this graph. So after you're done pre-composing, the next thing you do is you pick your pen tool, and mask out a couple of the stroke. That way we can add motion to it. So you go on and let's zoom in a little bit. You go on and you click here. While you're clicking, make sure you hold down the shift key. So you click here. You're going to create different variations in height. Okay. So we click here. While I'm clicking, I'm holding down my shift key. Okay. So I think this will be enough for this set. All right. So we're gonna duplicate this graph. We want to make the motion fluid. Like there should be a kind of you know um variation in motion. I mean, if we should make everything in one layer, it's gonna look stiff. It won't look smooth. So you're gonna understand what I'm talking about in a couple of minutes. So you duplicate this, Control D, and you delete the mask. Okay, you delete the mask. But first, let's place a ruler here so we know where the first graph ended. So it ended here. We turn back our layer on and we begin the next graph motion here. So we click here, sorry, we click here, let's zoom in a little bit. We click here and here, just like that. I mean, we're repeating the whole process over again. Okay. Okay, so um, you could actually speed up this section. It's a tutorial, so you might actually find it boring at this point. So you can just speed up and head over to the point where we do the other steps. So let's zoom out. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. And then we click here and we click here. Okay, that's for the second part. We duplicate this again and we bring the ruler so we know where we ended with the previous one. So we ended here. So we're going to duplicate and delete this mask. Okay, so we start again here. Click here, click here, click here, click here. The same process, no different. Okay, now we're done. So these are all the layers. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set up keyframes for this um mask in on their different layers. We're gonna set up the keyframe for them and try to offset them, like overlap them on each other. So for the first graph, we go to the keyframe, we go to the mask part and set up a keyframe here. So we set up a keyframe and we move this forward. So while you click on the mask part and you 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 click on control plus T to bring out the transform tool for the mask part. So what you do here is you bring this down. You bring this down. Sorry about that. You bring this down and over to the next layer. Over to the next layer. You do the same. Drop down and mask part. So you bring this here. You bring this down. Click on the mask part and click on Control plus T. To bring this down, way more down than the previous one. You go to the next, and then you're going to overlap this. We are overlapping the keyframes on top of each other. What I mean by overlap is this. This doesn't start here. It starts where this one is about to end. That's what I mean by overlapping. So we start another keyframe here. We'll move it down. We'll move it to the end and click on mask parts. And then you bring this way down. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so what we're going to do is select all the keyframes and easy ease. Select all the keyframe and easy ease. So we're gonna work with the key with the graph editor. We select everything. So what we do is we make this begin very fast. Let's zoom in a bit. We make it begin very fast and end slow. Begin very fast and end slowly. Okay. Okay, these are it looks. We go back to the keyframe. We are still gonna do some overlapping for a more, cool movement. So we select this one, we bring it here. We select the last one, we bring it here. Okay, so this is how it looks. Still need some adjustment. So we just bring it much closer. I think this is going to be here. Okay. Yep. Nice. So we're done with this part. So the next part is adding colors. you know, if you take note of the UI you normally see on I mean the infographs and everything related to statistics and all of that, they normally use colors. So we're gonna be adding a gradient ramp on this. So it's gonna start from red to green. But before then, I think there should be variations. We need to do some work here. So what we do is we go back to this keyframe, to the second one, which is this one. We place our time indicator on the last keyframe. And what we do is this. We click here and Control T. What we do is we raise it up higher than the first higher than the first one. I don't know why this. Okay, higher than the first one, and then we go to the last keyframe for the last layer, which is this one. We click on max path, Control T. So we do this. We raise it much higher than the other one. I think we should go back. We need to go back. Let's go back and bring this one lower for variation's sake. So, well, we click on this, Control T. We bring this down, let's zoom in. We bring this down a bit. And we're still gonna bring down the first one. We're gonna bring down the first one. Yeah. We bring down the first one. So the first one is here. We go here, Control T. We bring it down. Yeah, we bring it down. So it's like the data is like trying to tell us that the early time wasn't as good as the future time. So it begins low, high, higher, and all of that. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Sorry, I'm not feeling too well. So next thing we're gonna do is we select all the layer and we pre-compose. So we name this graph all. Okay. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding a gradient ramp on this pre-composition. Okay. So what we do is we type in gradients. So these an easy tool, and it's like more like an accessibility tool that makes my effect and presets easier to use. You can as well go to the effect and preset to bring out what I'm using. It's exactly the same thing here. So we're going to use the gradient ramp. So as you can see, the gradient is coming from the up to bottom, but we're going to zoom out and we're going to change it to horizontally. So it should be on the horizontal orientation. So what we do here is we're going to add keyframe. We're going to add keyframe to this. So the first keyframe we add is in the white area. We're going to change that to green. I'm going to change that to green, and then the last keyframe, which is black, you can see it here. We change that to red. Yeah, we change that to red. Okay, so these are looks. Let's make it bigger. So this is the final. This is the final result. Okay, this is how it looks like. Well, let's make some adjustments here. I think we're going to let's bring the green. Let's bring the green much closer to the red. Should take more of the graphs and all of that. So this is what we have. I think, yeah, it's nice. So we're gonna add a motion blur. You're gonna add a motion blur. You click on the compositions, the motion blur, you add them, and you click inside each of the composition. Turn on the motion blur for each of them. Turn on the motion blur for each of them. Okay. The next one, motion blur and all of that. So this is the final result. Looks nice, right? So it's a simple, way to create these graphs. You can change the background using your solid, layer. We can change this to white and bring it behind. And we can do a whole lot of stuff here. Make it look just like how you want it. So this is gonna be useful for creating infographics, motions, and all of that. Hope you found this useful, and make sure you follow the channel, comment, and share. And also don't forget to drop a like. Thank you guys.